Hello, and welcome to the ComSpark Magazine interview series. My name is Jim Burden with Ahead Technologies, and we are partnering with ComSpark Magazine for a series of interviews with IT leaders from across various industries throughout Ohio. And today I have the pleasure of speaking with Kelly Marlow, the AVP of Digital Workplace Experience at Nationwide Insurance. Kelly, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your career path and how you got to Nationwide?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been with Nationwide now about 10 years. I did have about where I went to another company for about 18 months in between there, but because of my love for Nationwide and what we do here, I quickly came back. I had started out in my career actually in financial services. I was the financial advisor, as a matter of fact, and then joined Nationwide in their financial services area in sales. So I have been across Nationwide actually in many, many roles. So I've had a pretty windy path. So starting out in sales, then went into compliance in the legal organization. I've been in marketing. I've been both in the PNC organization, our property and casualty organization, as well as NF, and now in IT. So it's been a windy road, but I somewhere in there found my passion for technology and how technology can support our businesses and our members in what we're here to do, which is to protect our members, protect futures with extraordinary care. So that's my whole goal now in the digital workplace experience team, is to enable our associates, our employees, to do what they do using the tools and technologies that we provide them, and making sure that they have the easiest experience possible with those tools.
Tell me a little bit about how the pandemic has affected your role. I suspect with the digital workspace, you've had a lot of changes thrown your way.
Yeah, definitely. There's not probably a moment in my history anyway, at Nationwide, and I'm sure in most people's, where having the tools and technologies that can help you to do your job most effectively and efficiently, no matter where you are, has been more critical. So Nationwide's been focused on our associates experience for a long time, but over the last year and a half, 2 years, it's definitely accelerated our need to further drive new and innovative tools and technologies and put them in the hands of our teammates. And we've been able to effectively manage the pandemic through this time because of the infrastructure and the things that we had put in place, not only before the pandemic, but really quickly during the time we had to move home. So thankfully, we were able to do it super quickly. We were able to do it within days and not weeks and months. And we were able to do that because of what we had put in place. But it's definitely a large focus and will be for some time.
Excellent. Well, good for you guys. So if you do have some spare time, and I suspect you don't have a lot with the role that you have, but what do you like to do when you get a little bit of leisure time?
I have, there's a family of five living in my house, and I have three kids to take care of and a husband whose mouth to feed. I love to cook. Actually, it actually is kind of my creative outlet. So the creative side of me who really loves to experiment and try new things. And my family either loves or hates it, but they're willing to tell me how they feel about it. I get to do that through cooking. I also love just general crafting and scrapbooking and, putting family pictures together and things like that. So that's what I get to do in my spare time.
Nice. How fun. I understand you're involved in the mentorship program. Tell me a little bit about that and what that means to you and how it works.
Mentoring at Nationwide is really important. I'll say one of the nice things about this company is that it not only is it allowed to happen, it's encouraged to happen. Each of us has conversations with our leaders about our performance and our overall development on a regular basis. And when we do that, generally there's a question that'll pop up that is something to the effect of, well, who's your mentor? And who are you mentoring? And that just becomes part of the kind of the expectations of what we're doing to develop ourselves. So what's cool is I have a mentor, Mimi Shiver, who is my mentor, a leader at Nationwide, who It's great to be able to build a relationship with her and, go to her with things where if I'm struggling with anything. It could be something that I'm trying to deal with at work and maybe just haven't quite navigated it before and could use some advice on how I might navigate it. Maybe it's something that's really gone south and I need, some help maybe getting something back on track. But also too, just to have somebody out there that is who knows me and who's in a different area of the company and is willing to advocate for me. That's been fantastic. And then I have several mentees at Nationwide as well. And I keep tabs on them. When I see something that pops up maybe in the news or at the company that I think might be interesting to them, I'll send it over to them. We have regular one-on-ones where they can come and talk to me about similar things, whether it be something they're struggling with or just something super exciting that they've been doing lately that they just want to share with me. And that's really cool. So, I have several of them all across the company. It also helps me because I get to build relationships and I can give them a call if I need something or if I have questions about their area of the business. So it keeps a good connection with people around Nationwide as well.
What a great program. Good for Nationwide to have that. That's a terrific way for growth. One of the struggles of the pandemic is working from home, so I apologize for that sound in the background. There was fire trucks flying by my house.
Used to it.
Yeah, so switching gears a little bit, if you could wave a magic wand, what's one thing you might change about the Central Ohio landscape in the IT field?
I feel very fortunate to be a part of the tech scene. I'll put in air quotes. It's something that I didn't realize existed. Because I really started out in the business areas of Nationwide and in my previous companies, it did feel a little bit like a club, like something that I was able to finally join, and now I'm excited to be a part of it. I don't think it should feel like a club. It shouldn't feel hard to get into. If you're interested in it, you should just be able to kind of naturally learn about it and feel encouraged to join. One of the things that I think I've been doing, especially with my mentees, is kind of dragging them along. Some
Nice.
people, they've shared with me they don't love to network. I love to network. It's just one of those things that it's not because I love to network. It's because I love talking to people and learning more about who they are and what they're doing, and then just building relationships in general. I enjoy networking events though, because I can go out and meet new people, but I drag people along with me to them so that they feel like they aren't, they don't have to be asked or, be let into the club, that they can just, come and it's not, you don't have to be predetermined, accepted and things like that. So that's something that I think I would encourage everyone to do, bring people along and make it feel more like a family gathering that anyone's welcome to. And they may not have what you might consider to be credibility in the tech space, but man, if they're there, they're interested. They're interested in technology. They're interested in learning about what's going on in the tech space. And in Ohio, I think we're all, it's the Midwest, right? We're people. So why not have more people there?
Absolutely. Well, that's great. All right. Final question for you is, knowing what you know now, what would you say to yourself, your 25-year-old self?
Stay in school. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
No, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And I would tell myself, you don't have to know what you want to do. When you're 25, you're still figuring things out, try things. I think one of the things that I kind of hesitated with is I thought I needed to know, and I thought I had to have like a really clear path. And I wish someone maybe had told me, it's okay, try it out, see if it's something that you like or you enjoy doing, see if you are good at it. I'm a big believer in this concept of ikigai, which is, really knowing and understanding yourself enough to be able to find what you're good at, what you can make money in, and what really makes a difference in the world around you, and really being able to center in on what that might be. But you can't ignore one part of that equation. You have to be able to make a living, assuming you're working to make a living. You have to be skilled at what you're doing so that you're good at it. But you also have to love what you're doing and be interested in it and really feel like you're making an impact. And so, it takes a lot. It takes a while to find that. So I would tell myself at 25, keep trying and try different things. I guess I did end up doing that. I
Yeah.
did try a lot of different
Yeah.
things, but I didn't need to feel maybe quite the pressure.
was going to say, sounds like with your career path, you took that advice. Maybe you just didn't know you were taking it at the time,
Yeah.
right? Great. That's awesome advice. Well, thank you, Kelly, for joining us today. And please visit comspark.tech for additional interviews.
Thank you for having me.